In today's video, we're going to be warring it out, duking it out. Erica's found some properties. I have found some properties in different price ranges that we're going to do the compare analysis, and you guys get to decide which house wins in each price range, and we're getting after it right now. If this is your first time to the channel and you want to know everything there is to know about the greater Portland metro market and what's going on here, then make sure you click that subscribe button, tap the notification bell, do a somersault, and you will be the first to know about everything happening in our market. I'm Ann Stewart. This is Erica Hagfirst. We are your go-to gals when you're making the move to the Portland metro area. And just like she said, if you haven't subscribed, do so. But even more so, get all of our contact information below and give us a jingle, send us an email, or hit us up on text. We love getting the reach outs from you, and we would love to help you make the move to the Portland metro area. So today we wanted to share with you, she went into the MLS, I went into the MLS, and we found a few properties that we're going to compare and contrast. So here's the rules of the game. The first set of property is between $550,000 and $650,000. That's a pretty common price range for a lot of people.
Yep.
And we focus on the west side of town. So, you know, it can be Tigard, Beaverton, Hillsborough, Northwest Portland, Southwest Portland, like what?
Anywhere
on the west side. Like what's the best value that both of us independently found that we think is a great value for the money. So we're gonna show you guys here in a minute what that looks like, and then we're gonna go to the next price range and show you between $650,000 and $750,000 and what those homes look like. And you guys get to be the judges. So if you're like, hey, Ann got the best house chosen, or maybe Erica did, that's where you guys get to come in. And we don't know what each other chose yet. So it's very possible you could have chosen the same house, but I don't think so. There was a lot to choose from, but we went through and painstakingly said, what do we think is the best house for the money? And we're going to share with you why we think it's the best house for the money. Okay, so today, as we mentioned, we're doing the property wars. My property goes first. So this property I chose because number one, it's $625. So we're well within budget. Remember, our price category is between $550 and $650 on the west side somewhere. Cool. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom. Now here's the kicker. It's 1,439 square feet. I know it doesn't sound like a lot, but it's a 1 level. And Erica, how often do we get requests for 1 levels?
We get requests for 1 levels all the stinking time. All the time, every day.
All the time, every day. In fact, just this morning, had a phone call, 1 level. But here's the thing that I like the most about this property. Location, location, location. This property is in Beaverton, but it's in 97007 in Murray Hill. And if you don't know anything about Murray Hill, you need to start doing your research because it's one of our favorite neighborhoods in all of Beaverton. It's a classic neighborhood, and usually the price points are what?
They're high. They're, you can
high.
get up to the 900 plus range if it's been fully renovated. Now these are mostly older homes up in that area.
1990s.
Yep, fantastic, early 2000s. And so they're needing some renovations. They're hitting that point in their lifespan where if somebody's taking the time to do the renovations, then they are definitely getting the price points. Because you can get some nice views from the top of the hill. But it's a fantastic area. You're close to everything, aren't you?
Close to everything. In fact, when we get through the photos towards the end, I'm going to show you photos of the amenities in this neighborhood. And it is not easy, you guys, to find these kind of amenities in a neighborhood. This was one of the few planned neighborhoods back in the 90s in the Beaverton area that really to this day, people have a very high demand for this location.
And I always think if you're on the south side south end of Murray Hill, you're so close to Progress Ridge, you're super close to getting out to 217. And if you're on the north side, then you're closer to getting out to 26. So you've got a lot of options when it comes to the Murray Hill.
Yeah. So we're going to just walk you through the photos. So here's the front. I think the curb appeal looks excellent.
Adorable. It looks like it has a new roof. I'm a big fan of new roofs. I think it does something sexy for a house.
It even looks like it's on a corner lot. It looks like the paint is fresh. I just like it. I think curb appeal makes a difference. It's got some style. So here we go. We're going to go into the first photo. So right away, you'll notice high ceilings, lots and lots of natural light.
Yeah. I mean, you can definitely... The tall ceilings are going to help it feel bigger, which is great because it doesn't have a lot of square footage. It's a pretty small footprint for a house.
You're sure selling my option.
Hey, I'm
Who's
a fair
gonna win?
person. Well, I got a good one. So
okay, well, we'll see. All right, so we've got LV LVP flooring, which is luxury vinyl.
Plank.
And I always like that. People like it. It's durable, looks good, and
pets.
Good economical
I'm a big fan of hardwood floors, but man, they do not agree with pets. So
Yeah.
LVP is a great option, especially some of the nicer varieties of it really look pretty smooth.
Okay, so we've got a fireplace. Great. High ceilings, open-ish floor plan. Now let's jump into the kitchen. So the thing I like about this house is they've done a lot of updates and improvements that are consistent looking. Sometimes you get to a property and they still have like oak cabinets, but updated countertops. You know what I'm talking about? This one, they've pretty much taken all the same color flow through the house. So gray, I know a lot of people are getting burnt out because gray was huge like 5, 6, 7 years ago. They like put everything gray, but you know, it's consistent. So
it's consistent, but I would say it doesn't look like they updated the cabinets in this one. It looks like they kind of maybe refurbished them, painted them,
put new like handles on them,
but they look like they're older.
But it looks nice.
You probably don't have soft close cabinets or anything like that.
Yeah. Actually, sometimes these older cabinets, they're in like way better shape than some of the new stuff that's kind of made flimsy. So if it's like true wood and they painted it, that's perfectly fine by me. They've got nice backsplash. So everything kind of looks coordinated. High ceilings again, just love that. If you kind of turn the corner here, you've got some archways, little
dust ridge,
dust
for you, 90s.
I like the lights kind of gleaming up on top. That's cool. I can dig that. Got a little dining room nook. Well, you actually have a dining room and a nook, so
yeah,
you've got plenty of places to sit down either casually or formally, so that's good. And then, okay, bathrooms. Now, it looks like the bathrooms have also been refreshed. You've got, you know...
At least the vanities. It's hard to say. My guess is they probably haven't touched the bathtub shower combo, but vanity's been replaced and it looks nice.
Mirrors, newer paint. Good. Okay, now we're on to the primary suite. Again, kind of, you know, vaulted ceilings. I like that. Gives a sense of space. Now, when you're dealing with a smaller square footage, I always tell people, it's all about the floor plan and the ceiling height, because this house probably feels big and open and airy. Some houses with more square footage don't always feel that way.
And in a one level, 1,400 square feet is going to feel better than 1,400 in a two level. So
totally.
I will totally admit to that. It does have a slider off the primary, which could lead to peeping Toms. You know, you never know when those kids are going to come around. But
or you go out to the backyard in your own hot tub. Here's the primary bathroom. So this looks lovely. I like the vanity. I think they did a nice job with the mirrors, the fixtures, the countertops. I'm not really sure if those are older cabinets. I'm guessing they are, maybe painted or stained.
Look like they could be older.
Yeah.
Or a somewhat generic, like...
Or refurbished. There's some companies out there that'll just like redo the exterior of them. Yeah. And you can definitely see they've updated the primary shower. It's lovely. They've got like a rock floor in there, some nice, you know, neutral kind of tiles. So good. I like it. Bedroom.
Pretty basic.
No complaints. This is cool. This is being used, it looks like, as a bedroom and an office, according to who owns it. But I love that big window.
You can just roll right out of bed and head into work.
Yeah. I'm like, is that a bedroom?
I do love the wall of windows, though. Wall of windows is always good for bringing natural light.
And that's kind of the nice thing about older homes, honestly, is they have a little character. So you're not buying a box. Okay, backyard, right away, love it. Fenced, flat, usable. Not like a ton of work. You're not going to be...
I don't think you're going to grow a lot of grass in this yard.
Maybe not.
Because you got some big trees back there. But it is nice space if you want something, you know, so that you're not right on top of your neighbor.
You've got a deck. You've got a place to sit and enjoy. It looks like these photos make it look private. So maybe you have a little dog. Coming from the girl who has acreage properties, this looks about right for me. But yeah, I like it. Trees, nature, outdoor. It's not
deck and
tiny. And that's a nice angle because it shows you got some grass and some room to play. So if you wanted to, you know, do some more stuff out there, you certainly could. Okay, now we're on to the amenities of the neighborhood. So
does the home have an
It sure does. It sure does. It's $131 a month.
It's not cheap.
It's not cheap, but
for a detached home,
if
that's all going towards common space.
Yeah. So you've got these outdoor pools, which Murray Hill's kind of known for the place to be during the summer. Now,
in Oregon
does not have long summers. We rarely go to the pool, but when we do, it's nice to have somebody else to maintain it, so you're paying for that. They've got tennis courts. Curious if they do pickleball there as well. Wouldn't be surprised.
But I feel like all tennis courts, one of them's been converted to pickleball.
And if you do like pickleball, just down the street at Summer Lake Park, which we've done a video on, is amazing. They have the brand new pickleball courts. Go check it out. Well worth it. All right. This is kind of a higher level overview of all the amenities. You got basketball courts. You've got, the like Olympic swimming pool. And then you got a more casual.
It's just a big pool.
Yeah. And you got the clubhouse. So yeah, just a great amenity to have in a neighborhood, which we don't have a lot of these. So that's the extent of the tour of my choice in Beaverton. Now we're going to move over to Erica's choice here in just a moment.
All right, so my choice is actually located out in Hillsborough. Also really fantastic area just off of Evergreen. This one is a 4-bedroom. It's actually a 2.5 bath, 1,820 square feet. Very stately. You've got the 3-car garage, which is always a nice option. Especially if you've got 4 bedrooms, you might have an extra driver out there. And I think it's very nice from curb appeal.
Yeah.
You've got, some mature landscaping out there and, nice little place to come home.
I'd pull up to that and go, that's cute.
I'd pull up as well.
All right, let's go to the next photo.
All right, so once we...
that's very nice.
Yeah, you've got some space. You can got some extra parking.
Looks like it's even got a little shrubbery between the neighbors, which is nice for privacy's sake.
Exactly. This one I think is going to be a real nice, and you've got so much space in between the homes that you don't feel like you're right on top of each other. Older neighborhood. It was built in 1997. Again, it looks like it's got a lot of life left in the roof. Now, I will say the carpet looks a little dated, but there's so much good space here that I think, and you've got vaulted ceilings as well. You've got a very open, airy upstairs.
Looks like a lot of natural light to this.
Tons of natural light coming in. Yeah. And this one to me is like a square footage value. Hillsborough is a great area, especially if you're in tech. A lot of, people even working at Nike like to be out in Hillsborough, so they're not right in the middle of things. So yeah, you've got a good living space. You've got a dedicated dining area.
Yep. And what's interesting about this one I noticed? So they've got all fresh paint, maybe a little gray tone, similar to the one I have. Neutral colors, but then you got that pop of oak, which just says, "Hi, I'm 1994."
You know what's awesome though is that you have a hardwood entry.
Yeah.
And then you'll see there's a little more of that.
They got the
dedicated dining room. It's got updated lighting, so all it's waiting for is a little bit something. So this one has actually had an updated kitchen. Even though it was built in 1997, it's got quartz countertops, stainless steel appliances, and they've got real hardwood floors in that kitchen, and
very hard to find that anymore.
That is. And you've got a second living space in here, which is something that I think is underrated. I mean, some people love it, some people hate it, but I think when you have 2 living spaces, especially if you have a family living in here, it just offers a space for maybe the kids to go, or maybe you have a little bit of a formal space. But look at that, it's still got the plastic on.
I know, all the appliances are brand new. You can still see they haven't pulled off the plastic.
No, they are keeping that fresh for you.
Yeah.
So you've got a lot of cabinet space, you've got a lot of counter space. I think it's a very nice kitchen. You could still come in and update more and personalize if you want, but it's perfectly livable.
Yeah, and those cabinets look like real wood, but if you weren't big on the
light
oak
color
or lighter color,
I think they're like a pine, but they're just that golden.
But they look real wood.
Yeah.
So I would imagine if you would maybe paint them if you really wanted to go all white or some other fancy color. But yeah, everything's all the appliances are new. That's gas range. It's always once you go gas, you never go back.
Yeah. So. And then you've got a nice gas fireplace. I mean, the surround could probably be updated at some point if you wanted to.
Yep.
This is a very much 90s feature with the
inlet where the TV
goes. You now have to generally build a little thing so you can push that out if you're going to put the TV up there. But it's not the end of the world. You've got your dining nook. So if you don't want to have something, eat at the formal table all the time, you've got a little extra space. And then you've got your, door to go to the outside. I'm a big fan though of the nooks and where you have a little bit more, not just a flat wall. You've got some contour. Your house has some shape, some curves.
Yep.
So here's your half bath. Always nice as well. You find this a lot of times with 2-level homes.
Yep.
That you need to have at least a half bath on the main level. So it's clean, it's tidy, laundry room. You've got some hanging shelves.
It's always nice when they come with washer dryer.
Exactly. And they look like nice washer dryer. So again, large primary suite, vaulted ceilings. You got a little bay there that you could put a bench or some sort of sitting area.
Now, I will tell you, I've seen this floor plan before where they didn't have the doors on the primary suite bathroom.
It's like the hotel bathroom.
And it's you're going to wake up your partner if you go in there and try to, get ready for work or whatever. So I like that they do have the doors on it. Although some people say that makes it feel tighter when they get in there.
Possibly.
So, but at least they have the doors because I've seen it the opposite way.
Yep. So again, once you get in there, I like
nice vaults.
Yeah,
I like it.
It's nice tall ceiling, gives that idea of space. Again, you've got updated cabinets.
Looks like it's in really good shape. It's hard to tell if those are newer cabinets or not, or refinished, but they look in good shape.
Everything looks in good shape. And what I love about this is that you're getting a 4-bedroom house, which we do get a lot of requests for. They are not as plentiful as obviously the 3-bedroom option. And so many people working.
Especially at this price point, I find,
I know, it's $625.
It's a good value. Both of our properties we chose are at $625.
Under budget, baby.
Yeah. One's a 1 level, one's a 2-story. They both have pluses and,
So big closet. You've got some built-in
good walk-in
options.
I like it.
Very nice there, I think.
I like it a lot.
Yep.
Bedroom.
Good space.
I like that they have everything looks like updated neutral tone colors. Like the paint on the walls and around the trim looks fresh.
Painting's a pain in the butt. It's easy, but it's a pain in the butt sometimes.
Yes.
So again, nice neutral, very clean and tidy main bath for the upstairs. All the rooms look to be good size.
Really nice.
Yeah, and then you've got that 3-car
Good
garage.
size garage. I
Tall
like
ceilings
it.
in there, so you guys could do some storage.
There's great storage already in there. The previous owner. I mean, it's hard, you guys, to find a 3-car garage at this price point. It really, really is. So this sets this one apart right away because even if you don't use the garage, it's storage, it's a workout area, it's a hobby area, it's a shop, whatever you want it to be. But having that is huge.
I literally just put one under contract that is new construction with a 3-car tandem. And that is exactly what they're doing with it. They're going to use that extra bed because it's just a couple, but they're like, that's our workout space. And it's fantastic because it stays cool.
Yep.
So this is side yard, and it's pretty decent because you got some good space in the name.
I like that.
AC, and very clean and tidy yard, very well established. You've got some nice, not quite as private, but you do still have some big trees, and you could put some more foliage in there if you wanted more privacy.
Yeah.
But I think it's a nice...
That's a nice yard. That's a nice
yard. It's moderate. It's not too much to take care of, but you could definitely have family get-togethers or friends and, over to enjoy the space.
Or your dog could be there. I mean...
And you do have an exterior or an entrance into the garage.
Very nice.
Into the backyard. So that's always...
You could take your dogs or, use it as like your mud room or whatnot. So... Very nice.
Yeah, so I think this one is just kind of a nice overall option. You're getting good space. You're getting 4 bedrooms. You've got some, vaulted ceilings. It feels light, bright, and airy. So now it's up to you guys. Who do you think picked the better value?
Yeah.
The better option?
I will say this is a tough one because, they both have their pros and, I don't say tons of cons, but it's really going to be about location. I know a lot of you are thinking 1 level, but as far as value,
maybe,
or you don't care if it's 2-story.
Yeah.
And you want that extra garage. So this one has way more square feet, has almost extra 400 square feet.
Yeah.
An extra car garage. It's clean as a whistle. It's in Hillsborough versus Beaverton. Depends on how you feel locationally.
Some people, I'm a big fan of trees. I got lots of trees on my property, but some people get really scared by our big trees.
Yeah.
So you have some nice smaller trees, but you have nothing that's going to fall over and knock them down on your house.
I want to compliment you. I think you did a great job choosing.
I think you did a good job too.
I think we both did a good job. It's up to you guys. Drop your comments below on this one, and we'll get to the next grouping of houses to compare to. Okay, the next house that we're going to talk about.
What you got?
Again, I found one. So now the price point we're in is $650 to $750. So another popular price range. Again, I found one in Beaverton. I looked all over. This one really stuck out to me because, again, it's a 1 level. I must have an affinity for 1 levels.
She has an affinity for 1 levels. That's where she wants to go next.
It's kind of what I want to buy.
But this one's actually pretty cute. I saw it the other day.
Yes, we sent this to a client of ours when it popped up. So it's fresh on market, but it's at $729,900. It is in 97007. It's not in Murray Hill, but it's not that far away. It's in the Highlands neighborhood.
Great neighborhood.
Very good neighborhood. It was built in 74, and before you get judgmental about that era,
it's fantastic era.
It's been remodeled, and this is a 4-bedroom, 2 full bathrooms, 2163 square feet. I'm going to open this up so we can kind of take a closer look. I like the vibe of this house. I'm not a huge fan of like black, but I love that natural wood, and I like all the trees. I'm a tree girl.
I think I would like it a little. I do like the vibe. I'm not always a big fan of the black house. Just I think it makes it look a little bit dark, and especially this one has a lot of big trees around it.
Yes.
But I wish the door was a different color. It doesn't quite enough, especially against the cedar.
Easy to change.
Super easy, but that's my take on the front.
Fair enough. Okay. And this is a little closer into the entryway. I just really like all the natural wood. That's a nice add-on. I think they were trying to go with that contemporary feel, but let's see what the inside looks like and do some comparing. So here's the entranceway. Again, we've got that luxury vinyl plank that everybody's putting in their houses these days. They went ahead with the black theme. So they painted the back of the front door black, and the closets, the coat closet. I would probably put a little more of a dramatic light myself, but not bad.
The light feels like it's staying with the 70s vibe.
Yeah, it doesn't feel, anyway, that's an easy fix.
Yeah.
Okay, this I'm loving.
The
I
skylights are pretty
love a good skylight. And I really like that there's some built-ins. This feels like a nice office. Looks like we've got some hardwood floors underneath that rug.
It's hard to tell if those were refurbished built-ins or if they've been built in fresh and new.
True, but
they look nice.
They look nice, and they're keeping with the black theme of the modern contemporary. So here we are in what looks like the main living room. We've got a fireplace. They went ahead and painted everything white, kept it nice and neutral. I love the flooring. That works. Big window.
You know, I feel like where they're lacking in this house, I mean, just for me, but I think they didn't go dramatic enough, or they didn't hit that mid-century vibe, which you kind of get from the exterior with the lighting.
Yeah, the lighting could be, like, this light fixture is not cutting it for me. But again, these are easy fixes.
Yeah.
I love what they did with the paneling on the wall. I'm not sure if that's original. Could very well be, because in 1974, they were doing a whole lot of paneling. But looks like they whitewashed it, if nothing else. And I like that.
The question is, are these updated windows, or are these...
Yeah, that's a great question.
I'm a big, so windows always seem like we have a lot of aluminum frames still from the 70s. And while they're still relatively efficient if they're double pane, they will eventually, you'll want to replace those with either wood or...
It says nothing about the windows, so I'm going to guess that they're original, but the roof is not original. It's got a newer roof. It's got 5 skylights, which is kind of awesome.
Wild.
They've done a lot of updates to the house, but it doesn't appear that the windows, unless they just didn't put it in, have made any kind of interesting kitchen, right?
It's a cool, I mean, like, they've got this bar top kind of at the end of their island.
Yeah.
It's updated kitchen, totally updated. It's not, in my opinion, quite keeping with that mid-century vibe enough.
It's a different looking kind of kitchen.
It's not bad, but it almost seems a little bit more Scandinavian.
Yeah, Scandinavian is a great way to put it. I love the countertops. Looks like that is kind of got a granite.
Yeah.
I would have probably chosen different fixtures for the cabinets, but again, that's an easy enough fix. But very unique kitchen. And that, I don't know what I love, like, the penny. I like the tile in the backdrop. Not sure about that hood. Okay, I probably would take that hood right on out.
You did real well until it's an updated kitchen. But
yeah, I'm processing. The hood is I'm just not sure what to say. It's like, where are we going with this? But I would rip that hood out and probably put just a full stainless steel hood, because that would keep it really modern.
Updated. You've got lots of, you've got so much cabinet space.
We got a lot of cabinet. Yeah. I probably would even get rid of those 2 cabinets that are kind of like stair stepping, because that's just throwing me off a lot. Just keep it clean, because contemporary modern likes clean lines.
Yeah, this is very much not that.
But you got
a lot of space though.
You got a lot of space. I like the penny tile backdrop. You could do something with this without spending a ton of money.
No, this is a cool room.
Hold on. Let's go back one step here.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we're looking out onto a family room. Let's go
second living space, which is always nice.
And again, the paneling. I like the paneling. I think it adds some design and some layers and texture.
You've got the 2 of those skylights, which are really nice.
Yes, I like it.
Slightly vaulted ceiling. So
yes,
that's fantastic.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so
the paneling changed on the wall. It's really hard to tell from these photos.
No, I think it's just the lighting. But this is the primary suite, which again, I like bringing paneling. Modernized can look really nice. They've got a barn door going into the bathroom, and it's full panel. So this must be original panel.
Gotta be. I don't know.
I bet you anything they whitewashed it, because that's what they do to kind of like update the 1970s paneling. Don't know if I love it or not, this heavy into the bathroom, but I think the bathroom's cool. Like, they redid the vanity and the lights and the fixtures.
I think I would love it if there was a little bit of sheetrock in there.
I agree with you on that. Like, maybe keep the back behind the mirrors and take...
that these on the side are those, like, the medicine cabinets that are built into the wall.
Probably.
I think I would really, love... I like the vanity, I like the mirror, I like the aesthetic of it, but I need some sheetrock.
I need some sheetrock. Yeah, but cool. I like how they brought in, like, that gold modern. That's really...
That's kind of nice. I like the skylight.
I didn't see the skylight in the last photo. That's real cool. I like bringing the outside in that way, because you don't have to turn on the lights, and it just brings... Ooh!
That's nice. I mean, I'm not sure that I need a bureau in my shower area.
I think we need some glass around that shower. But again, you can add that. We know the company.
We do.
They can add that in, but I'm wondering why they didn't add that in. They must have just got done with the remodel. Okay, and then you got a closet. Now, for the 1970s, not a bad size, and I like the hardwoods in there.
You didn't get a lot of walk-in closets. You still now have a gold-framed mirror door, which is very 70s.
And it matches the updated fixtures now.
I know, it's all come back. It's full circle.
Oh, okay. So more paneling.
I mean, it looks like maybe a little bit tight for the other main bathroom.
Yeah, but we got some updated vanity and fixtures and mirror, and it looks like the gold, so that's working.
I mean, it's kind of an interesting combination. It seems like they've tried to keep some of the original charm of the home and from the era that it was built.
Right.
And then modernize it.
And then modernize it.
I don't necessarily hate it, but I think that there's some areas that could be...
I like the black accents in the cabinetry. I think that actually kind of makes it feel sophisticated, updated.
Yeah.
Got a bedroom. Yeah, I like the black doors.
I think they've updated the doors too. I mean, those are modern style doors.
Totally.
That's always good. This is your laundry room. It looks like a little storage.
They forgot to modernize the fixtures in this one, but that's okay. They've painted it black, and it's not the end of the world. It's just a laundry room.
Yeah.
And they're showing off the gold. Sometimes they take pictures of those fancy updates they've done. Okay, the backyard. Interesting. So you're going to have a hard time growing grass in a backyard like this with this much fir trees because the needles kind of suffocate the lawn.
And
but you
a lot of shade.
Is that only one picture of the yard?
Well, that's the shower. But where did that shower come from?
Well, they've got their photos. It's not my fault. They put the photos in here. All right, they've got a backyard. That's all they're saying. They're making a statement.
This is actually a decent sized lot.
It is.
Like a quarter acre almost.
Yep, quarter acre.
But Anna's right. I mean, when you have this many trees, which kind of are cool and they give it like this nice aesthetic, you're not going to grow anything.
You're not growing nothing. And then you've got this random shower that's updated. I like it, but where is it? Where is it? Question mark.
Yeah.
It's the last photo. Okay, we don't know.
Random.
We don't know what's going on there.
Maybe it's if you wanted to add glass to, maybe if you do add glass, that's what it's going to look like. It's virtually
like, where did that shower go? I'm like going back through the photos. Is that like an outhouse shower?
You just can't see it in here. No, it's because you can't see the corners. I think that's maybe what it would look like if you added glass to that little square in the primary shower.
But overall, I like they've done a lot to it. Again, you're at 729. You have room to kind of do some things here to personalize.
Almost 2,200 square foot, one level, which is nice. I mean, it's hard to get a bigger one level.
Yeah.
And it doesn't look like it has any step downs into, living spaces because everybody hates the, sunken living room or whatever room it is.
Yeah.
So it's not bad. I think, if you want a lot of grass or you want a really cool outdoor entertaining area, you're going to have to still add that to go with the house.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's not a bad choice.
Let's see what you got.
Let's see what I got. All right. So I'm going to switch it up a little bit for my second pick between $650 and $750. I'm coming in real low at $667, $990. So in my opinion, this is kind of a bargain. And we so often find people who are a little, concerned about being homeowners for the first time or don't want to have to do a lot of maintenance on their home because they're super busy people. They've either got kids or they've got a busy work life or they want to be outside doing things but not maintaining a home right away. So this is new construction. This is just in the Progress Ridge area, really close to the new high school. And
which new high school?
Mountainside High School.
In Beaverton.
So super great area. It's growing up. There's a ton of parks being built out in this area. And that's kind of a cool thing. They're trying to connect all of these new home developments with walking pathways, cross lights, really safe options for getting out and exercising. So with this option, you're getting everything brand new and you're getting a home warranty. I believe this company offers a 1-2-10, which means 1 on finishes, 2 on systems, and a 10-year warranty on structure.
Pretty good.
So this one's going to be a 4-bedroom, 3 full bath, 2,353 square feet. Now, let's take a look at the floor plan.
Let's do that.
Now, and that's going to be what we're mostly looking at here. The finishes in these homes are very nice. You're going to have, quartz countertops. You're going to have the latest, greatest. Sometimes if you get in early on these, you can kind of pick your finishes, but this is an option with one of their packages. I'm pretty familiar with this builder. They've also, the cool thing with buying new construction a lot of times is they have lending incentives if you're using their lender.
Good one.
And sometimes they even have incentives to go along with just getting maybe money towards your closing costs or money to upgrade your package choice.
Yep.
And so, they have a big island in these options.
I love the kitchen.
They're gorgeous. They're big. They're open.
It's a lot of a renderings. You'll find that in new construction. But
yeah, a lot of times they've taken a picture of one house and they use it for all the houses.
There's an actual picture of the kitchen. But a little hard to see. It's a little dark, but it's similar in color and look.
Yeah, and this is really nice. It's as you're heading out towards the country, so you're going to get some maybe territorial type views. They have started choosing a really cool pendant lights
Like,
you know, you're gonna have tall ceilings. So that's the one thing I say, that sometimes you cannot update ceiling height in these older homes. The bedrooms are all reasonably sized. You've got, you know, the latest, greatest in hardware fixtures.
wouldn't say they're the best at taking photos.
They're
of their
terrible at taking
inventory.
photos, so don't hold that against them. But the cool thing about new construction is that you could move into this house and conceivably just do the basic maintenance of like maintaining your, you know, HVAC system. You're not gonna have to worry about putting a new roof on, and you're gonna have a warranty that goes along with that. Plus, super big spaces. I've, you know, been through a lot of these. The primary suites generally have dual vanity, big walk-in showers. Sometimes some of them have freestanding, you know, tubs, nice pastoral view.
Yeah, I was gonna say some of these might actually have some peekaboo views of the coastal range.
So this is on an incline. It's as you're going up 175th, you're gonna pop into this. And so you are gonna, Anne's 100% correct, you're gonna get some views out of some of these properties. They also have parks. They have walking paths and parks and little areas that you can kind of pop off, and, you know, because the yards are not gonna be huge. These do have yards, they're not gonna come with landscaping, but to be honest, we find so often that people don't wanna have to really maintain a yard.
Yeah.
But you're still getting a nice detached home. Now there is an HOA, it maintains your front yard.
Yeah.
It's less than $80 a month. That's pretty reasonable.
Really good.
And then there's gonna be, right now where the sales office is at this particular site, they're gonna put in a big park. And that's going to be done by Parks and Rec Halton Hills.
Yeah. And I like it because this particular area, there's a lot of growth happening, and they're being pretty mindful of not just shoving in all neighborhoods. Like Erica said, you're really close to Murray Hill and Progress Ridge, lots of parks, and kind of this is going to be close to River Terrace. We've done videos on that before, where it's going to be eventually walkable, where they're going to have some retail, commercial, restaurants mixed in with living. So eventually this whole area could be walkable, and you've got like the high school nearby. So they're really trying to make it robust for people to live in these areas, which is nice.
Yeah. So I'm not always a huge fan of new construction for certain reasons, but I think that when you're looking for value for your dollar, they have really started making themselves very competitive, especially with the incentives that you can sometimes get. Sometimes I had one last year where not only did we get a crazy amazing rate for the duration of the loan, but then we got like $10,000 off or towards closing costs and prepaid. So you just never know, depending on the time of year, what you can get. But it is a good place if you're looking for bang for your buck and you want the latest, greatest fit and finish on your property. I think that it's really hard to overlook some of the new construction options.
Yes, we're finding more and more, a lot of our clients are leaning over towards new construction.
Yep.
So you guys just got a sample of two completely different properties. Again, $650 to $750 in these last two. One is built in the 1970s, but redone in a contemporary modern style, sort of.
Yep.
And then you've got brand new construction. I would say you probably beat me on price. So $667 is a pretty good value. But you guys are the judges. So comment below.
What do you think?
Who do you think won the choice award in like what your preferences would be? We want to hear. Do not be shy. Drop it below. Would you prefer the new construction at $667 or the one level revamped modern contemporary on a bigger lot for $729.9? So let us know what you guys think. And hey, thanks for joining us on today's video as we walked you through two different price ranges with 4 different properties. We love to hear all your comments. And if you are planning on making a move to the area, maybe you're local, maybe you're not, give us a call. We'd love to help you find your perfect value at your price range. All right, see you guys on the next video.